Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA, and I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado, and thanks so much for watching. I have another one of my photography talks for you today, and today I want to talk to you about thrift stores. And not about finding cameras all the time, but do you go through the book section? I recently went to a bookstore, or a thrift store, and I found this book, On City Streets, by Gary Stuckel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I really liked the work that I found inside, and that was maybe 50 cents. And this one by Harry Callahan, and I knew that name, and I was like, this one was 50 cents. And I'm like, you know, if we know, and if the money is no object, then certainly you can order this off Amazon, but there are photography books and books about photographers at used bookstores, but at thrift stores. I think that's the place that I most enjoy going, because I think that most of the photography books that you find are pretty expensive, and you can find things for $1 or less at those stores. And usually the photography books are a little bit larger than the other size books that are on the shelves. So usually there's an oversized bookshelf that is only for books that are larger than the majority, and you can find that and go right to it. So it's an easy place to go look for photography books. And I like a good photography library. I like having a library of, they're not how-to manuals, they're more about photographers. It's almost like I want to capture their work, and I want to have it in front of me so I can display it, I can share it with people, or I can just sit and get inspired by what they've done. And sometimes it's work that I don't always necessarily connect with, but it's interesting to see how they approached it and why it was important enough for them to make a book out of it and to create that. There was a photographer giving a talk in Denver a few months ago that I went to, and I didn't like any of his work. And I thought, well, there's a guy who has made a name for himself, and he's all over the web, and he's got a lot of notoriety. I didn't know his name, but he gave a talk, he showed his work. I appreciated that he had his niche, and he certainly did, and he certainly does, and he's still working, and he's, famous photographer. And if I can think of the name, I'll put it in the links below. But again, everybody doesn't connect with everybody. Everybody's work isn't for everybody, and there are things that you like and things that you don't, and it's okay not to like everything, and it's what makes us human and what makes us individuals, and that's not a bad thing. But if you are out and about and you're looking for photography books, check the thrift stores, or the little antique stores, or the junk shops, or the flea markets, because people have them and they end up into the mix. And if you can buy it outside of the Amazon price structure, you can pay a lot less. And like I said, 50 cents for books like these, that's like a treat to be able to find things like that and add them to my library. So, all right, that's today's talk. If you have any comments, put them in the section below, and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying these, and I'll bring you some more. Thanks so much for watching.